Just picking up on Michael's point, what's the population of Melksham?
20,000.
20,000.
20,000.
The population of Shenzhen, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, was 125,000?
It's about 100,000. Yeah.
So
it's 38 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
38.
38 years ago.
Yes.
The population of Shenzhen, China now is 12.
Officially, you can say 12.5 million, but actually, it's 18 million. Yeah, because a lot of people they aren't just.
So there's growth for Melksham, I think, is what we're going to say.
Yeah, we can see the future. Yeah.
Where's Eddie? Where's your business partner?
Eddie.
What did I teach you? What did I teach you yesterday about the word? This is English people teaching Chinese people English. You ready?
Oh,
Very good.
yeah, sorry about my accent yesterday, but I did confuse people.
You didn't do the action. So the one thing we noticed, look, Michael was apologising earlier for his English, which is very, very good. Michael, it really is very good. None of us in the room can speak more than one or two words of Chinese. So it's, you shouldn't say it's bad, it's lovely. But the one thing we were on video yesterday, the way Chinese people say outdoor, say it badly, say outdoor.
Outdoor.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like auto. So when I was with Eddie, I'd say, you've got to remember your outdoor. That's my contribution to British-Chinese politics. So remember that thing. Right, question, because I know we all want to have more drinks and things, but James Wilder from the Spree.
So the buzzword in LED right now is chip on board. A, what are the advantages of this? And B, where does this come into the infiLED range, or is it coming to the infiLED range?
Yeah. The COB means chip on board.
Yeah.
So there are several ways to make this technology. So the big difference to make chip on board is to have we call it flip. So before the LED, when you do the LED package, you need wires because it needs wire to contact the electrical to drive the LED. When you do the upside down, we call flip LED, the chips, then you don't need that wires, which will give the LED very stable because the wires is soldering and normally it's gold wire. So in our industry, people ask you use gold wire or use copper wire. So all our LED is gold wire, but still you have the soldering area, joint, which is sensitive to the moisture, and physical damage, something like that. But when you change chip on board, then can be very strong. It can be just to stick your chips onto the PCB. So you don't need the wires.
James, there's been lots of pre-announcements about chip on board at all the events, ISC, etc. Have you seen any? Or James, Peter, have you seen any real product?
I've seen a few, but a lot of them say it's not going into production for a few years. Right. If they are going to production now, it's extremely expensive.
Yeah, the challenge is when you have the chips on board, it will be many pixels in one PCB. Give you protection is very good, but the other way, all those LED, first is very difficult to repair. If one fail, mean you will lose one module. Then the other challenge is how to make all those chips to be pre-selected with one bin, one color, one brightness to build it into one PCB. Yeah.
So why is it such a buzz right now? Because from what I can hear, the only thing that the difference is that you're getting rid of one point of failure with one wire, essentially.
Sorry, you mean?
At the moment, the difference between chip on board and non-chip on board is basically a cable, a wire.
Yeah.
So, and obviously that wire is a point of failure. So you're taking away a point of failure by doing chip on board.
Yeah.
But why is it such a buzz right now? It's all it's doing is taking away one point of failure, which the failure rate isn't that high at the moment anyway.
Yeah, that point is for LED, the structure itself, the reliability. The other thing is when you do chip on board, so it's not individual pixels like right now we're doing. It's all protected by like one board. So you have like a silicon in front.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very robust.
Yep, so if you
Yeah.
brush again.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Like
yeah, that's the advantage. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Good. That was a very good question.
I've got another one.
Oh, okay, go on.
So your new outdoor 2.8,
Yeah.
which is great. To your knowledge, is that the lowest pixel pitch outdoor product on the market? Because I haven't seen one below 3.9 mil.
Yeah, it is highest.
Fantastic.
It's native outdoor screen because somebody will do some tricks like they put glass in front, so they use high resolution, hybridized indoor product as outdoor, but it's not really outdoor. What we have done is first we have the shader, sun shader. That means sunlight will not affect your contrast of screen. Secondly, you don't need glass in front. It's fully IP rated, so it will face outside and IP rated in front and 5,000 nits. Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You'll need to go to it for comment.
I am.
Okay. How wonderful. Right. Yes. Jim.
So obviously everybody's aware that there's so many different LED manufacturers in the market, from really cheap to really expensive. So how do infiLED sort of differentiate between everybody else, and how do you innovate? What's the difference? Why buy infiLED over something? What do you do different?
David, you like?
No, you can. Well,
It's always me.
yeah. The thing, well, I think that what Jim and I have been talking about this, from a customer's perspective, they truthfully don't want to hear about the service and reliability and everything. They want to come to listen to you on the technology. This is what I presume you're meaning, on the technology and the innovation. And I'm sorry to further your question, Jim, but one of the things that people keep reading about is that every company claims to have patents and innovation and engineering. And we see in the marketplace, everyone seems to be pointing fingers at anybody else about what patents they have and etc. And I think what Jim has been asking me and others is, what is different about infiLED? On the website it says we have 100 patents. What does that mean? What is different about us as a company from a technology basis to give confidence to the marketplace?
Yeah, besides a manufacturer, actually we are also LED technology company. So me myself is engineer actually. So for how to say use the word, I don't know exactly English word, but I can explain to you when I choose the component, the LED, I'm very serious. I'm not look for price. So all the supplier I have selected is long-term business with them. So if you know we are a manufacturer, we cannot say as a manufacturer we never fail, our products never fail. But if one day it gets failed, it's our responsibility, and we replace everything on our cost. And we will do this with our partners in our suppliers. So every time, there are a lot of different components in China, you know, with very cheap price. But when we check their quality and the material they're using, and we say no to them. But we position ourselves not a high price company, but we in the middle. We always choose right component to deliver our quality.
The other thing that I can add to it is it's not just choosing the right components, it's making it right for the customer. Learning from the event side and having to build things that had to be built up and de-rigged and taken down. And actually possibly speaking to people like Phil and Ollie, it's the cabinets, it's the precision engineering, it's looking at the catches, looking at the release mechanisms, it's looking at the build quality. And rather than us copying others, most new cabinets out there in the marketplace are re-engineering our patented cabinet, our latches, our lock systems, etc. So I think that people in the technology side of LED are aware that infiLED is one of the leading, probably top 3 leading manufacturers in the design and engineering of the solution, not just in the way that it actually manufactures.
Thank you.
Yeah, no good question. Okay. Oh, sorry, what?
Michael, Daktronics are the benchmark for outdoor LED. Where do infiLED position themselves, and where do you see infiLED's strengths? A lot of manufacturers maybe start with indoor LED and then move to outdoor. infiLED maybe are hybrid and do both.
Yeah, good question. Daktronics, yeah, they are the leader of our technology, and we respect them. Yeah, they do very good job. Yeah. Of course, they're super quality and also longer, very long lead time, and good price, of course, high price. Yeah, what we position ourselves, we have tried to be more creative and flexible. So we are not just provide, standard cabinet product to our customers. We give the potential design what kind of products they want. So both for indoor and outdoor.
I think,
in the short term, quicker and good quality.
yeah, I think that rather than focus, Michael, as you know, just on outdoor solutions using the new GMB on power reduction, usage reduction, it's gone hand in hand, and Eddie's responsible for the R&D team. I'm not saying it's split into 2, but the focus very much is parallel. Narrow pixel pitch and delivering a quality narrow pixel pitch and a variant of narrow pixel pitch, because there's different solutions. Customers actually want the best cards, the best diode package. There's also other customers who are challenged by their customers. So we have different series in the narrow pixel pitch, and we've developed different cabinet solutions and different power supply solutions for those cabinets in parallel to the outdoor. And let's not underestimate, and this is where culturally I think that you and the Chinese underplay yourself, and Adrian made reference to it earlier. Going back to James's question, and I'm sorry to beat the drum like this, but I am proud. Just think about it. 3 years ago, there were very few companies, 4 years ago, who were doing sub 3 mil, 2.5, or anywhere near 2.5 narrow pixel pitch indoor. Michael's just announced this quarter the first production of 2.8, starting with a 2, narrow pixel pitch outdoor. True outdoor, 5,000 nits as a product. There isn't, talking about innovation and what we're talking about patents, there isn't another product in the marketplace like it. Is it important to be the first? Often not. What is important is that, especially our customers, that they see that we're not just followers, we're actually looking to lead solutions. And that's a pride, and I think, truthfully, I think the Chinese really underplay themselves in getting the message across.
We talked about the history of the infiLED, that it comes this reflector layer on the rental side, and now coming more to the fixed install side, and we've been seeing quite many actually products which fit extremely well on the rental market. So how you see the future pipeline? What is the direction where you want to lead the infiLED? Because no question about that, you have already quite many products which separate for the other key players. So what is the next step where you will go?
Yeah, so we will keep to develop a good product for rental partners. That's our, where we start. We will never, forgive. And for the fixed installation, we see big opportunity. you know, for our business. So we are we are put more, you know, technology and more R&D force to develop more products for that sector. Yeah. So we see our growth maybe in future is more than 50% will come from fixed installation side.
I have a question as well. You said earlier that you could manufacture 6,000 square meters
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
What's more important for you, to manufacture more or to manufacture more high quality? Or are the two mutually exclusive? Do you have to reduce the amount you produce to make high quality, high definition product, or could you do both?
Yeah, it's depend on how you control your speed, actually. Yeah. We are very, compared to other big guys, we are very slow, actually. Yeah. Someday they're even several times bigger than us. Right. Yeah. We are try to control our speed, growth speed. Yeah. To make sure we can have both. Yeah.
Okay. One final question, because that was the worst question of the lot. We can't leave it with the worst question. There's one other one. James. Are you trying to win something? Are you trying to impress your boss behind you?
I'm trying to find out things.
He's really done the crossword.
Has he? Okay, go on, James. Last
So
one.
I think that in your range right now, 1.25 is your smallest fixed pitch. Do you see this reducing by any further in the next year or so? Do you see a 0.9 coming out, or less than that maybe? Or do you see that's not needed?
It is needed. Actually, we are already under developing the 0.9 products, but still in the individual technology.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, AD's team, they are start to cooperate with, we are not allowed to say their name, but it's what leading technology company. So they will do customization component products with us together for the high resolution. It's kind of technology of COB, but it's different. So that technology could be a real future, yeah, I would say.
Well, I'm going to nail you to it. So going back to his question, when do you think a 0.9 will be available to...
Definitely it will be this year, yeah.
This year, there we are.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, on behalf of David and Michael, I thank you all for coming. Put up with me for far too much time. Michael was fascinating to listen to. We don't get the CEOs of big Chinese LED companies ever, really, I think, coming to Europe, sharing what they know on such a small stage. I've never been to any event. If you go to IFACOM, you might get to see Michael for 5 minutes on the stand, but you're not going to have an hour or 2 hours of his time, which is great.
Thank you.
David, you can always listen to anywhere, but he's still nice to listen to, and David's put on a great thing, and I think we'd like to thank all of the infiLED staff who put this on and the wonderful catering. So if we could thank them both together, that'll be great. And then I think we've got some more beer.
Yeah,
I've just got one thing to add. I did say this earlier, but it's really, really important. In the last couple of weeks, I did think of I apologise. The last couple of weeks, we signed 2 really historic agreements with Bright Group and Project AV. I can't tell you that how important, I don't want you guys to ever go away from ever thinking, you guys coming over, Don and Richard at the back, these agreements and these relationships and these partnerships that we build are absolutely pivotal to us. I don't want people ever to think they come to over us, 8 people from Steve, that we take this for granted. You know, it is humbling that you come and see us, and I just want to tell you how appreciative we actually really are that you've come to see us.
That was well said, but thank you.